I got back late from Friendsgiving yesterday, and I just went straight to bed. So, here we are the next day, finishing up where we left off, and we're just gonna be comping, vocal compiling, whatever comping, what we were working on.
Endlessly on my mind. 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 Endlessly on my mind, 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 endlessly on my mind.
Honestly, I think this is the best,
Endlessly on my mind.
except for the intro part, this little part.
Endlessly on my mind. Endlessly on my.
Right, like that sounds better.
Endlessly on my mind. Endlessly on my mind. Endlessly on my mind. Endlessly on. Endlessly on. Endlessly on. Endlessly on. Endlessly, I'm sleepless every night. Endlessly on my mind. I'm sleepless every night. Endlessly on my mind. Endlessly on my mind. Endlessly on my.
It's really the part where it goes endlessly on, and the end of endlessly and the word on just sounds weird in this.
Endlessly on my mind. Endlessly on my mind. Endlessly on my mind. Endlessly on my. Endlessly on my. Endlessly on my mind. Endlessly on. Endlessly.
We go like,
Endlessly on my mind. Endlessly on my mind.
this might be too extra, bro.
Endlessly on my mind.
That's just too extra. We'll work with this.
Endlessly on my mind.
I just hate. I don't know.
Endlessly on my.
The on just sounds
On my.
right.
Endlessly on my mind. Endlessly on my mind.
Let's preview it when it's tuned up.
Endlessly on my mind. Endlessly on my mind.
Dress it tighter.
Endlessly on my mind. Endlessly on my mind.
We'll keep it. We'll see what happens when it's fully like tuned and everything. See if we still like it. Let's move on.
My grief is set aside. No.
We'll come back to that.
My grief is set aside. My grief is set aside. My grief is set aside.
I like that one.
My grief is set aside. 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 My grief is set. My grief is set aside. 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 My grief is.
What is that in time?
My grief is set. My grief is set aside. My grief is set. My grief is set aside. My grief is set aside. My grief is set. My grief is set aside.
What if it's in tune? What sounds better?
My grief is set aside. 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 My grief side, 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 side.
Yeah, I clipped there, so I gotta pick something else. Don't clip, bro.
My grief is set aside. Died, 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 died. My grief is set aside. Died. My grief is set aside. My grief is set aside. Died. My grief is set aside. My grief is set aside. Died. My grief is set aside.
Yeah, I think I like that one better. It just has less. It has a little less energy, but it sounds better.
Died. 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 My grief is set aside.
Right? I think it just sounds a little smoother.
My grief is set aside. Side.
I think it.
My grief is set aside. Side. Side.
Let's try it with a little less tuning. Run this bitch. Ignore.
Side. My grief set aside. Set aside. Set aside. You set aside. Set aside. Set aside. Mine. My grief is set aside. On my mind. My grief is set aside.
Fuck, this is just so hard to decide.
Side. My grief is set aside. You. My grief is set aside. Side. Side. Side.
Pooh. Mi perro. Mi perro. Pushy, pushy, pushy.
Side.
Yep. I don't know if you can see him from the camera angle. He's right here. Pushy. Ah. You're all in my glove, bro. Yes, okay, whatever.
Side.
These have the same energy. I'm just gonna go with this one.
My grief.
It's what my first instinct was, so I'm gonna stick with that.
No. My.
Pooh, come here. Mm-hmm.
No. Right.
All these fucking noises. I think we're gonna keep this one though.
No.
What just happened? What the fuck? Okay, I remember it was this one, so.
Endlessly on my mind. Endlessly on my mind.
Ah, no, we had. Fuck.
Endlessly on my mind. Endlessly on my mind.
Fucking shit. Was it this one?
My grief is satisfied.
Yeah.
My grief is satisfied. Endlessly on my mind. Endlessly on my mind. No. Endlessly on. Endlessly on my mind. On my mind. On my. On my.
We'll keep it. Stop overthinking it, bro. Just keep that shit. It's good. Let's move on. Jeez, I'm taking forever on this.
You left me so deprived. You left me so deprived.
Man, I clipped the shit out of these.
You left me so deprived. You left me so deprived. You left me so deprived. You left me so deprived.
Ooh.
You left me so deprived.
Okay, that was a little extra.
You left me so deprived. You left me so deprived. You left me so you left me so you left me so deprived. You left me so deprived. You left me so deprived. You left me so deprived.
I like the intro, like that you left me so better on the other ones though.
You left me so you left me so deprived.
Actually.
You left me so you left me so you left me so deprived. You left me so deprived. When you left me so deprived. When do these feelings for you? When do these feelings for you? When do these
Was I just flat on every single when do they?
when do these feel when do these feel when do these feelings for you? When do these feel when do these when do the,
When do the
when do these
flat.
when do the
Oh, that one's.
when do these feelings for you? When do these feelings for you?
I'll judge it by this.
Feelings for you, 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 when do these 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 feelings for you die, 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 die.
Go with the OG. Okay. Fucking finally. Sorry for annoying y'all. This is now finished.
You take
So now on to the next step. As you might know from watching my other stuff, we level this. Well, first I just kind of clean it up. See how like this is both take 19. This is just aesthetic purposes. When editing, I just like my shit looking clean when I edit. This is not necessary, but it helps knowing like what take is exactly what to take, and knowing it helps for sure like blending your shit. Oh, also pro tip, when you're comping, a good place to comp is always your sibilants, your s and t. It's a perfect time to splice your takes together, because it like works 99% of the time, always. This is the S. I can just tell by the way the waveform is. Like that's a vowel. This is a S. Just the way it's like a scraggly and shit. It always works really smoothly on S's, especially.
Satisfied.
So that's just a little pro tip you can always use. Comping your vocals. These are both the same take. 42, 32, 38, 43. Did we take 43 takes? Holy shit. Anyways, okay. Now let's check to see if it's on time. Early, right? Just drag it over a nudge. No.
You take a
Oh, also, see
take
here's a sibilance, right? T. See, it's like more dense and scraggly. That's how you can tell, usually, just visually. You don't want the t or the consonant on the down. You want the vowel, the actual note, because the consonants around it is, yes, it's percussive, and I might be wrong on this. Someone correct me if I am, but it sounds good when the note, the actual note being played by your voice, is on the down, and it's not the consonant, and then
take a
right, the take up tss, is not like a note. It's not a sound. It's just the consonant to like help you understand that A is the first note. Take up, right?
you take a pump.
Except for right here, sometimes it sounds good, right? Cup, take, cup, right? That's on the, this is the little K sound right here. That little tiny hump, that's a tiny
Pump.
K sound.
Pump.
And that happens to be on the down. So it's not 100% using consonants before the vowel after. But for the most part, I try to keep it like that when it's obvious.
All my time.
And here's the hump, right? The spikes in the audio, you want to make sure. I usually just make sure it's on the 8th, right here, and right there, on the 8th notes. As long as it's within that, don't worry about the fucking anything else between that, unless it's a really fast vocal take, and you need it that tight. But for the most part, just 8th notes.
All my time.
And I'll leave. No, let's tighten that up. Why not? We're here.
My time.
There we go.
My time.
Because it does scoop. So
Time.
yeah. Anyways.
I'm
Right.
I'm sleepless. I'm sleepless. This every night.
This one's early, I think. But it scoops into it, so we could leave it, right?
Every night.
We could dress that up in Melodyne. I don't want to chop it up and stuff.
Endlessly.
This is all early. All this is early. Let's actually just nudge that over. I'm not too worried about stuff being a little behind the beat, but I'm worried about stuff being early. Because personally, I just don't like stuff that comes early. That's when stuff sounds really off time.
Endlessly on my.
But when it drags behind the beat, it's perfectly fine for the most part. If it's just within taste, you know what I mean? I'm also not like genius at this, so like some people would probably argue totally against me, but I think from 4 years of vocal producing, that's what I like.
Endlessly on my mind. No. My mind. My grief is satisfied. Satisfied. You left me so deprived. Me so deprived when do these feelings for you die.
Yeah, that felt a little dragged.
For you die.
There you go. See what I mean?
Feelings for you die.
That does feel a little rushed though, right? So let's see how much do we nudge it over. We nudge it over 4 ticks. Let's go half that, right? Let's get a little balance in there, huh?
For you die. Feelings for you die.
Beautiful. Okay, let's run it into Melodyne now. We can also just take this guy down just a hair. Well, I was gonna say something. Lost my train of thought. Let's put it into Melodyne. I can think of it while it records it. Make sure your compressor or any effects is always before Melodyne if you're using Melodyne. Otherwise, it'll feed into Melodyne and it'll be cooked into there, which sometimes you might want, right? But I like having control. I like having Melodyne being the first thing, nothing else, and then editing it after that. So let's go.
You take a pump.
I'm gonna usually mute it, recording into Melodyne, because I'm like already tired of hearing it for the 30th time. Ugh. Alright, we got it. We done got it. And y'all know the fucking drill. We gotta come in here. I'm honestly just gonna skip this part of the video.
I, 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 die, 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 and do these feelings for you die.
Cool. Okay. So we are here to mix it. Right now we have the old version, right? We're gonna do A/B test just to see if we improved or not. In a minute, we'll just discolor that. And now we're going to chop the bits up and make it nice and a nice and even performance.
You take up all my time. You.
That U is so small. So I'll pull the screen. Nope, not that. This screen. Nope. Nope. Yep. Oh, also, if you're Ableton user, just press Shift Tab to navigate between those two things. If you didn't know that, probably saved you a lot of time there.
You take up all my time.
Kind of want to keep that intensity there, so I don't want to turn that intense part down that much. But for sake of balance, I will just a hair.
You take up all my time.
And let's also turn off all the effects because we don't know what it's going to sound like. We don't want to know what it sounds like just yet. Post compressors, we want to make sure it sounds good before we send it in, so we're not messing anything up.
You take up all my take up all my time. Take up all my time. I'm sleepless I'm sleepless every night. Sleepless every night.
Oh, I accidentally pressed duplicate.
Every night. This every night. Every night. Every night. Every night. Every night. Endlessly up. Endlessly up. Endlessly on my mind. Endlessly. You take up all my time. I'm sleepless You take up all my time. I'm sleepless every night. Endlessly. Endlessly on my mind. No. On my mind. No. My grief is. No. My grief is satisfied. My grief is satisfied. You left me so deprived. When do these feelings? You left me so deprived. When do these feelings for you die? You take up all my time. I'm sleepless every night, endlessly on my mind. You take up all my time. I'm sleepless every night. You take up all my time. I'm sleepless every night, endlessly on my mind. No. My grief is satisfied. You left me so deprived.
Honestly, I need to put a DS before that. Oh wait, I'm gonna be messing with... Ooh, I don't want to do that. So yeah, let's duplicate that. I don't want to mess with the settings of the first verse. Or pre-chorus, whatever. So we will just open a new track. Delete that. Delete that. Turn all these back on. Act like we weren't just here. This one's supposed to be there. I don't think that's supposed to be on there.
When do these feelings for you die?
What is that automation happening? Yeah, the format's going down, the distortion's going up, and then a tremolo is also happening and accelerating, and then I don't know why the width is going down because it's a mono vocal, right? But whatever. It's what I did at the moment. Probably felt right to do it. Let's go. So usually I only run shit through a high pass from the first get-go.
All my time, I'm sleepless every night. You take up all my time.
That's really making it harsh.
You take up all my time. I'm sleepless every night, endlessly on my mind.
So I'm instantly going to put a de-esser before it gets sent into all the compression. Just lightly, just a light de-esser. We'll put a heavier one after.
You take up all my time. I'm sleepless every night, endlessly. You take up all my time. I'm sleepless. You take up all my time. You take up all my time. I'm sleepless. You take up all. Water me down till I. You take up all my time. You take up all my time. I'm sleepless.
There we go. And then I usually put a slow compressor first.
You take up all my time.
Well, not usually, just depending on what I'm doing. Here, I'm going to be using a slow compressor, a 2A.
You take up all my time.
For general compression, and I usually shoot for about 5 dB reduction or below that.
You take up all my time. I'm sleepless every night, endlessly on my mind.
And then doesn't really matter what compressor you use. People say you can like hear different colors in them. It's not that deep. Your listener's not gonna notice a fucking thing, dog. So I grab what I know is good sauce, and yeah, it works. Whatever you have, bro, just use that compressor. Just know how to use it right.
You take up all my time. I'm sleepless every night, endlessly on my mind. No. My grief is satisfied. You left me so deprived. When do these feelings for you die?
But like that being said, you need to know the equipment to some extent. Like I know, it's just pointing at me. Can I? Yeah, there we go. I know for a fact that plug. This is a Fairchild 660, I think. Modulation of waves modulation, emulation, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I know that it sounds good when it's on a fast setting, like a fast attack. Like I always use a fast Fairchild or slow. This thing is just like the best fucking compressor ever for vocals that I find. Because like you can use like an 1176, but that just sounds harsh. It sounds good when you want that sound. When you want like a little bit of obvious to your compression, something a little like when you want a little more obvious compressed vocal. God, I'm tripping over my words. When you want a more obviously compressed vocal, I reach for the 1176, especially in a faster vocal performance, like rapping and stuff. I'll use that, but general use, I like a fast Fairchild. And then this thing is just like magic. The Arvox by Waves. Toss that shit on it, and it just, especially for this genre, like if you're trying to make your vocals like really crisp and shit.
You take up all my time, I'm sleepless every night, and
also don't get confused with your vocal getting louder versus sounding better. Like it might not sound better, but it sounds louder, and you might get confused that it sounds better just because it's louder. Make sure you send your volume in and out the same level for the most part, even though I break that rule a lot. Generally, when you're trying to learn the ropes, you want to make sure you do that.
You take up all my time, I'm sleepless every night, endlessly on my mind. My grief is satisfied, you left me so deprived. When do these feelings...
Okay, so yeah, this is, you also want to test your mix, your vocal mix in the mix with the track. Always, right? I'm making a big mistake by not doing that, right? But that's what sounds good to me, so fuck y'all. Okay, now I'll put a de-esser before that EQ, because I don't want to make the EQ do that shit.
You take up all my time, you take up all my time, I'm sleepless every night, endlessly on my mind. You take up all my time, you take up all my time, I'm sleep.
A little too aggressive. Sibilance gives life to your vocal. Don't cut it completely out. Just the harshness of it. You
take up all my time, I'm sleeping. You take up all my time.
And you could even go just manually, you know. Come in here, just turn that little T down, right?
You take up all my time.
That is way better than trying to get a plugin to do it, because you are then like just, you have way more control over it, and it's usually that one little sound that gets you and fucks you with you, and you like adjust the plugin for that one little really harsh sibilance on the de-esser, and then it affects all the other ones, and all the other ones are too muted. So make sure you edit it before you mix.
You take up all my time, I'm sleepless every night, endlessly on my mind. I love it when you don't give a single fuck for me. I'd rather feel pain now that loving you bores me. You take up all my time, I'm sleepless every night, endlessly on my mind. My grief is set aside, you left me so deprived. When do these feelings for you die? Lost my mind, lost my mind, lost my mind. I'm not healing with the time. Don't say I lost my mind, lost my mind, lost my mind. You made it an insomniac. Insomniac, every night. Insomniac, I want eyes you live behind. Torment prolonged, I'm degraded for fun. Only text when you're drunk, you won't let me move on. You said it's my fault, I wanna scream out loud. Reduce me to dust, water me down till I rest. You take up all my time, I'm sleepless every night, and
it's just this intro part that sounds.
You take up all my time.
I want that way quieter. Kind of like it, but like that's too much. And also turn this puppy down.
You take up all my
See, that sounds a little better, doesn't it? A little too exaggerated. Though. Right? Much better. What does this guy sound like? We're just gonna copy how this guy sounds. But before it.
Time.
This is mixed, yeah?
Time.
Yeah, okay. I think.
Time.
Yep, okay. So, just double checking because I'm trying to copy this little thing on the second pre-course. So we sent it in pre-mixed or post-mix, I'm sorry. So instead of this, right, that's dry. We need to have it post FX cooked into it.
My time.
Turn down that T, it's also harsh.
Time. Oh my time. Time. My time.
Okay, then we are just going to record it from V1 or pre to. There we go.
Oh my time.
Cool.
Time.
So much better. Yeah. Glad I did that.
Time. I'm sleepless every night, endlessly. Endlessly on my. Endlessly on my. Endlessly on my mind. You left me so deprived. You left me so deprived. You take. You You take a take
It's take, not you.
take you take a you you take a you take you take you take you take a you take a
Now I'm gonna make a Vox swell to make a different riser, right? Just take this off real quick. I'm gonna borrow this channel, if you don't mind, bro. It's a cool channel. I'm gonna borrow it. Do a vocal haul. Yeah, we'll go with that. And then we'll print it to here. Perfect. No, that didn't work. Okay, try Vox FX. Not that one, but the other one. That one. Okay. Why isn't that playing? What the fuck? I just wanna play. Oh, that's its output. I'm so stupid. God. I'm so stupid. Okay, here we go. For real this time. Control Z, Control Z. Dog. Okay. Okay, now we're good. Put these back how they were. Delete that. Turn off that. Not recording anymore. Boom. Reverse it. Stupid shit. We're still going. Cool. What does that say? Hour.
You take. You take.
Oh, that's a note too low.
You take.
Yeah, there we go.
You take.
You can just do a simple fix with complex, right?
You take a pomade. You take a
Okay, that is actually... I'm just going to fix that inside Melodyne.
You take. You take. You take. You take. You take a. You take a pump. You take. You take a pump. Take a pump. Take a pomade. Take a pomade. 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 Take a pomade. You take a pump. Every. Pomade. The pomade. 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 The pomade. The pomade. The pomade. You take a pomade time. The pomade. Take a pomade. Take a pomade. Take a pomade time. You take a pomade time. Take a pomade time. Take a pomade. You take a pomade. You take a pomade.
Just re-record that.
You take a pomade. You take a pomade.
Alright.
Pomade. You take. Take a pomade. You take a pomade. You take.
Ooh, that's where the noise gate's coming in. Forget.
You take a pomade. You take a pomade time. I'm sleepless. You take a pomade time. You take a pomade time. I'm sleepless every night, endlessly on my mind. On my mind. On my mind.
Boom, boom. Just gonna copy it how it was before.
No. No.
Wait. No, I thought I did something like this. It was like that, and then I did this. I remember what I did. A shortcut for this is Shift. Complex Pro.
No.
Nah. I sounded better what I did a second ago. So I'll just do this. That. This. That. And that.
No.
That one's off.
No. No. And no. 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 Mama.
It gets pretty dense over here. I'm gonna boost it a little extra. Off on this, forgot. Nah, let's keep that. Nah, actually, fuck that. And then right here, take that snare away. To the
rest. Down till I rest. Down till I rest. Water feet down till I rest. Water feet down till I rest.
What if it's
feet down till I rest. Reduce me to dust. Water feet down till I rest. You take a pump.
yeah.
Water feet down till I reduce me to dust. Water feet down till.
Yeah, I'm gonna do like a one hit there, like a boom or something.
Down to. Down to. Water feet down to the. Till I rest. The dust. Water feet down till I rest. Water down till I rest. Water feet down till I rest. Till I rest. Till I rest. Till I rest. down till I rest, down till I rest. Down till I rest, down till.
Group that. I'm gonna do like a little like sub drop thingy. Like a little tricky here. I'm about to show you how you go to time, go to all the way down, feedback 100, all the way
down till I, down till I. Water feet down till I rest. Water feet down till I rest. Water feet down till I rest. Till I rest, feet down till I rest. Till I down to.
Let's get this guy and turn him down.
To that rust, down to that rust. Earthy down to that rust. Dust, water me down to that rust.
So, recording this is just like ruining my creativity, and I don't want to edit that much. I think we got a glimpse of my recording process, a little bit of our mixing, and I'm just gonna leave it at that for tonight. And I'll give y'all some sauce tomorrow. Maybe I'll start recording later on in this mix, but I just want to work on this and not have to worry about like making too much footage to edit down and like work past all the dull moments and stuff. Cause I don't know, uploading like a 3.5 hour YouTube video does not sound like it would be a smart idea. But who knows? If y'all want that kind of raw content, just let me know and I will be more than happy to do that. But the way it is now, I'm gonna stop the video and I'll see you guys tomorrow.